What's up guys, Par's Revenge here, bringing you my 100th vid. So after this one, I'm gonna probably post up an update vid of upcoming projects, stuff like that, later on tonight, so stay tuned for that. But for right now, this is gonna be a follow-up to last week's vid I made after the announcement of Green Day Rock Band. So this is gonna be a follow-up to it. And basically, read the description to figure out exactly what's going on. Otherwise, we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to show you guys all the comments first, then I'm going to give you my thoughts on them. And first off, I just want to say thank you to all 5 of you guys that participated in this. This video obviously couldn't be possible without your input, and your opinions absolutely do matter. And I'm so glad you're able to share this in my vid with everyone. So again, thank you guys. And I'll thank you individually as we go along. So, alright, so here we go.
Okay, so we're going to start with the first person that responded. This is azuritereaction. He had this to say: if it has Dookie the album, it'll be worth buying solely for that. If it doesn't have Dookie the album, there's no way I'm buying it. Okay, then we have dogfoodnyc, who had this to say: first of all, I will be getting the game regardless of my opinion because I like Green Day a lot and I can afford the game. However, I personally do not like these individualized games because of the following reasons. 1. I prefer just to have one disc in hand and not have to change disc every time I need to play a song from the individualized game, assuming this won't be exportable just like Rock Band The Beatles. 2. It forces us to buy every song on disc instead of purchasing the songs we want through the Rock Band song store. Not everyone can put out $50 to $60, especially if the majority of the players are still under 18. 3. Because of reason number 2, less people will buy the game, thus it means less people to do band play online. And 4. The system of weekly DLCs or DLC albums such as Iron Maiden, Guns N' Roses, Pearl Jam, etc. works. Unless Harmonix is seeing a slowdown on the sales, so they want to make us buy in bulk, this is not a good move. So in conclusion, I really hope Harmonix can stop following Activision on this and focus more on perhaps Rock Band through better DLC selections. And so a couple days after he sent this to me, he found out that the songs will be exportable, so he sent me an update, and so here it is. Since now it is exportable, it makes the game a much easy to buy for myself. However, I am not sure if going this route is going to be pleasing to the majority of people who prefer buying DLCs instead of shoving up one big chunk of money. Okay, next we have Santo0s92. I think Harmonix proved they could do an excellent band-based game with the Beatles, and I think they're fucking that right up here with Green Day. It doesn't seem to have any Green Day-ish on it anyways, and let's face it, they could have chosen a way better band than Green fucking Day. Like, seriously, I don't know why they would choose them, but they could have pulled out something way cooler. It's gonna suck, and I won't buy it, probably just rent it, and that's the end of it. Like a lot of people, I'll assume. Goddamn. Kknyrass. Sorry, I totally fucked that one up, but he had this to say: I believe Rock Band Green Day will attract a large amount of people being a mainstream band, but like the Beatles Rock Band, it'll be too easy for expert level players out there. Last but not least, the great billtvshow had this to say. Yeah, he didn't have much to say on the subject, as you can see. I personally like Green Day because they were one of the first rock bands that I ever got into. I think the game will be a decent commercial success because Green Day has managed to put out hit songs every few years for a long time. I recently ran a rock band party for 12-year-olds for a friend, and a number of kids wanted to play 21 Guns when we were scrolling through songs. So you have kids now that like Green Day, but you also have people like me and a bit younger than me that grew up listening to Green Day's earlier albums when they first blew up. Basket Case was one of my favorites back in the day. However, I am objective and realize that Green Day was not necessarily the most deserving band to have its own game. Rhythm games were still missing a number of classic groups. Many would argue that it should have been Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd, although the issue with making that happen lies with those bands. I would also argue that Green Day is not the best choice musically, as they lack the diversity and difficulty you could get with many other bands. Realistically, I would much rather see Harmonix's full focus on a Rock Band 3 rather than any other single band game at all. Now, with all that said, I will personally enjoy the game and seeing some of my favorite classic favorite Green Day songs, and if Harmonix puts the same kind of effort they did into the Beatles, it'll be a very solid game, well above the standards of Guitar Hero band games, and that's cool. But like I said, people have every right to criticize the decision and are not wrong at all in doing so.
So with that being said, I just want to personally thank azuritereaction, dogfoodnyc, Santo0s92, kknyrass, and billtvshow for all their opinions and comments. Thank you guys so much again. And also, if I do receive any late responses to my message, I'm sorry I couldn't put it in the actual vid here, but I will definitely put it either in an annotation somewhere in the vid or in the description. So I'll let you guys know if I get any more responses to this. Dookie was Green Day's most successful album yet, so definitely fans want to see Dookie songs in the game itself. Like dogfoodnyc and a lot of you, I'm sure of, I hate disc swapping, so it's a great thing that they made this game exportable, and you can export all the songs to Rock Band 2, add to your DLC library basically. So that's one good thing about it. I'm not as enraged that they picked Green Day. I mean, I know they obviously could have picked much better bands, but anything that you follow up after the Beatles Rock Band just isn't going to be quite as as upscale and great as the Beatles were, unless they actually did get Zeppelin or Pink Floyd, but obviously they can't due to the band's reasons. Definitely, sorry, I'm gonna screw up your name one more time. kknyrass's comment, definitely probably my favorite out of all of them. Expert players are probably going to be bored with Green Day, especially guitarists, because if you hear a lot of their tracks, there's a lot of chord fests, strum fests, just a lot of stuff that might turn expert guitarists off this game. On the other hand, you got a punk band, and the drummer is actually pretty good, so the drum tracks are going to be a lot more exciting than they were in Beatles Rock Band, so that's a plus. Vocals I'm not sure of just yet. Some songs can be super easy, some songs can be kind of tough, I don't know. And there's also people going around saying that the bass part's going to be tight as well. I'm not sure about that. Obviously I don't hear a lot of the bass part itself, so I want to look into that. Hopefully the bass part is tight, because I play a lot of expert bass as well. And definitely, billtvshow is right. Lots of people are getting into Green Day, and lots of people have been into Green Day all this time. But, like, again, they really should be focusing on Rock Band 3, definitely. I mean, I want to see it come out. I'm sure all of you guys want to, too. But, as long as they don't rush it, they make it perfect. Like, pretty much Rock Band 2 was pretty perfect, in my opinion. And that'll do it. Like I said, later tonight I'll post up an update vid of my upcoming projects and vids you'll see in the future. And again, I want to say thank you to all of you that participated. One last thing though, definitely if you want to leave a comment on one of the comments you just saw in the vid, like maybe say which one you agree with the most, and maybe give your own personal opinion on Green Day Rock Band, please feel free to. Definitely, so yeah, just stay tuned for all my vids coming up, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks so much for watching, and again, thank you so much to azuritereaction, dogfoodnyc, Santo0s92, kknyrass, and billtvshow. If you haven't already subscribed to them, go subscribe to them now, please. Alright, thanks again, guys.